This episode is sponsored by Indel. I'll talk about that later in the video. Hello, brains! When it comes to products and services that are ADHD friendly, one of our team's favorites is Indel. There's some evidence that certain types of audio may help those with ADHD focus, and a lot of people in our community, including me, have found that to be the case. Indel taps into these principles and creates personalized soundscapes to help you focus, relax, and sleep. It's not only ADHD friendly to use, it can make other activities more ADHD friendly too. I've just started using Indel, but I really love it so far. The deeper focus mode is perfect for me when I'm doing tasks that require my full attention. The soundscapes give my brain the stimulation it needs so it doesn't feel the need to wander off in search of something more interesting, and I can stay focused long enough to get into flow. It makes my brain happy. Indel also has some really cool built-in features like timers so you can do Pomodoro sessions, check out our video on Pomodoros here, and the ability to adjust the soundscapes based on your preferences. A lot of people with ADHD use Indel on a regular basis, including our operations director, J2. Her favorite tracks to listen to are chill and self-care. She works long days and struggles to wind down at the end of them. Listening to Indel helps her brain stop spinning so she can remember to breathe and fall asleep. You can even create routines for yourself, helping build new habits that can really help you in the long run. If you're ready to improve your state of mind with the power of sound, click the link in the description below to start your free 1-week trial today. Now, back to the video. So I'm recording this vlog in my office because I'm showing you something that we've been working on for quite some time. How to ADHD has paired up with Dr. Deirdre Kelly, PhD, to create the ADHD-friendly rubric. What we did is created an assessment that you can go through to see if a product or service or anything really that you're considering using is going to be ADHD friendly for you or not ahead of time, so that we can kind of put our time and resources and energy into things that are gonna be more effective for our brains. As far as I know, it's the only thing out there that is like this, so I wanted to do a bit of a walkthrough so you can see how it works. Without further ado, here it is, the ADHD friendly rubric. Hello brains, thanks for helping us build a more ADHD friendly world. You're welcome. What is the ADHD-friendly rubric? This is a research-based assessment developed by How to ADHD and cognitive scientist Dr. Deirdre Kelly, PhD. Its purpose to help you evaluate if a product, service, or anything else you're considering committing to is your ADHD-friendly. So you can invest your limited time, money, and other resources in ways that are more likely to work for your brain. This is a thorough assessment and it can take some time. That being said, committing the time now could save a lot of time and frustration down the road. We try to let people know that in advance because it's not a super short quiz. It might take some time, but the idea is that you kind of get used to answering these questions for yourself. It takes some time the first couple of times through, but after a while you can start to go through it a little bit more quickly. And eventually the idea is that you can kind of internalize some of this stuff and run through these questions yourself in your head before you purchase something or invest your time and energy into anything really, a job, a service, a product, anything. Okay, let's do this. Tell us more about the product or service you were evaluating. What's it called? A lot of the brains that tried this out as our beta testers would try it out for random things, for the job that they were considering, for using the library. I tried it for writing a book. What should I evaluate? Oh, you know what I'm considering doing? I'm considering taking drum lessons. It's music lessons. Get started. Okay. Does a product or service have positive reviews or recommendations? I'm actually not sure. I should look that up. Is it in alignment with your goals? Somewhat. I want to do music. It wasn't drums specifically, but I want to do music. Include quality ongoing support for users, supported by videos, live support, in-person assistance. Yes. So I'd be working with a person in person. So yes. How effectively does it hold your attention? Does it make you excited to use it? Yeah, actually, it sounds really fun. Seem easy to pick up and put down. Encourages use even on bad days. And doesn't keep you going for too long. Since it would be at a certain time, I would feel like I should go even if I'm not feeling up to it. And because there's an end time, it wouldn't keep me going for too long. So yeah, seem like it will hold the right amount of attention, holds and maintains focus in a way that works for you. Okay, so I already did one lesson with this person just to try it out. I haven't committed to more than that, but yeah, it was very good at holding my attention. Allow you to use it with someone else or provide accountability. Yeah, will anyone know if you use it? Yes, because there will be a person in person who will definitely know if I don't show up. Efficient. Compared to similar products or services, does the product or service, does it require a low number of steps? Fewer steps, shorten the time for each step, reduce or automated steps? Maybe, because I don't think I have to bring my own equipment, but I'm gonna say somewhat. Does it minimize setup or cleanup? Yeah. This is important. We don't always think about this when we have ADHD, but there are some things that are like super easy to use, except like you have to set them up first. Certain board games come to mind that are really fun to play, but take about an hour to set up, and then you have to clean them up. Cost effective. How well does the purchase line up with how you want to spend your resources? Does the product or service support a basic need? Nutrition, water, movement, sleep, security, connection. Does this relate to an area that's important for your well-being? Yeah, music is a really spiritual thing for me, so it's a yes. Align with your available finances. Not really. Fit in your available space. Do you have space for it? Is it worth the rent? Okay, so this is something to consider. If I end up really enjoying this, do I have a place to put drums in my house? Maybe. I don't know. When things are new, exciting, and or the right level of challenging, people with ADHD brains can stay engaged and learn well. Does the product or service require few to no directions before you can get started? Yeah, I could just show up. Allow you to learn as you go. Can you learn while doing? Yes, that's one of the things I like too. You just get right in and start playing. Have built-in rewards for progressive learning. Is there recognition or rewards for wins or milestone achievements? Yeah, I noticed that this particular person was very encouraging of any little win. That was nice. Ease of access. Would you still be able to engage with this on a low focus or bad brain day? Does the product or service provide various format or customization options? Are there different options to make this work for your personal needs? I don't know. Reduce barriers that exist in similar projects? Yes. Wait, well, actually, I could take piano lessons and that would actually have fewer barriers because I already have a piano. So I want to change my answer. If I try to click, it'll seem like I can't, but it's pretty easy. You just unclick there and then click the one you want. Is it error tolerant? Does it allow fixes or minimize consequences for errors made? Yeah, the guy was really encouraging when I messed up and just easily got me back on track. There were a couple of times where I kind of wanted to beat myself up over messing up, and he was just like, yeah, all right, that's like cool story, bro. Like, let's get back to it. Have a no shame policy? I don't know, because I haven't gone back, so we'll find out. Does it encourage you to try different? Does it provide different ways of doing when the standard way isn't working for you? Is it flexible enough to accommodate trying new approaches or doing things differently? That's one of the things that I really appreciated about this person is that, yeah, they were very encouraging of me trying things out in ways that worked for me. So yeah, you finished. So if you want a copy of your results, we will send them to you. If you choose to add your email, you will receive a text copy of your final results from the rubric so you can keep them. You can also take a screenshot if you want a full color copy because it'll be in black and white. So you can just say, show me my results. The data say this is 59% likely to be ADHD friendly for you. This could be a good fit for your brain. All right, that's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad, which is kind of what I would expect. I'm a little bit on the fence with this because I think that there are some aspects of it that are gonna be really easy for my brain and some aspects that are gonna be really difficult, like actually getting to the studio and remembering to book appointments and stuff. So goal effective, 60%. Why does this matter? A lot of products, services, etc. suggest that they'll help us meet a certain goal, but in reality, they won't. I think because my goal is not to be like an amazing drummer, that's probably why it's not 100% goal effective. Engaging though, 80%, which yeah, that sounds about right. ADHD brains have trouble regulating their attention. Products that effectively engage our attention, that make it easy for us to pick up, stay focused, or ignore and put it down when we need to, are typically more ADHD friendly. That's the other aspect to it, right? It's not only something that's gonna be engaging enough to my brain that I'm gonna be excited to do it, but also I'll be able to put it down and go back to my life, which is not something that I can say for most of the video games that I play. Efficient, 70%. We all have limited resources to do what needs to be done, and someone with ADHD is already burning a lot of their resources just to navigate a world that isn't built for their brain. This is something I actually look out for automatically and intuitively now in anything that I get is how efficient is this? Because I know my brain and I know that if something is long and forever taking, I don't necessarily want to stick to it long enough to accomplish what it is I'm trying to accomplish. Cost effective, this is important. Easy to learn, 100%. Ease of access is the lowest. It's not super cost effective. And the only reason it's not cost effective is it's not in my budget currently, but it's a pretty good deal. Error tolerant, pretty good. Thank you for putting the time and effort into making an ADHD friendly decision. This tool is meant to help you slow down and be more deliberate with how you spend your resources. That said, you know your brain best. Now that your gut is educated, go with your gut and make the decision that feels right to you. The more often you use tools like this, the easier it will be to make ADHD friendly choices, even when they're impulsive. Feel free to come back and use this tool again and again. It will always be free. So this is something that I've noticed as I've gotten used to checking to see if something's ADHD friendly or not. The impulsive choices that I make now, like the impulse buys, I usually don't regret them as much as I used to. So I hope you like this. Let us know what you think. Try it out. This is our version 1 of this rubric. Ideally, at some point, we'll have versions that are specific to like a service or a product or a job or a project to see if it's ADHD friendly so that we can tailor the language a little bit more to that specific thing that you're evaluating. But that's like a version 2 kind of thing. So if you're interested in this rubric and you'd like us to update you when we come out with new versions, put your email. We will update you when a new version comes out, and you'll get the results from the assessment that you just did. Thank you to my brain advocates and all my Patreon brains for funding projects like these. This is something that we're putting out into the world for free. It will always be free, and I think it's a really important thing to put out into the world. Something that helps us really evaluate if something's ADHD friendly or not, because we really do often blame ourselves when things don't work for us, when sometimes they're just not very accessible to our brains. So these are the things that make it accessible. And if you find this tool helpful, please share it. I hope you like this tool. Like, subscribe, click all the things, and I will see you next video. Bye, brains. Let us know what you think.